Synopsis of this: icing is an antiquated old wives' tale. It does not work. Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO MTS Nutrition. For the sake of this video, an Exos trainer. So, ice and anti-inflammatories. Used to strain a muscle back in the day when I played ball. Hey, you know what? Put some ice on it, take some aspirin, you'll be good as new tomorrow. Could we have actually been slowing the recovery process? Your body has built-in mechanisms to promote recovery. Swelling, inflammation, that also prevents injury later on. I'm going to explain how that works, but first I want you to click on the link down below, and also if you agree or disagree or just want to discuss this further, comment in the comments section on that article, and you of course get rewards points towards free stuff on TigerFitness.com. So the bottom line is, icing has some benefit in reducing pain upon receiving the trauma. That study was done by Hubbard et al. In 2004. However, other than that, it's been shown to do next to nothing. Okay? Yeah, nothing, no benefit at all other than reduce pain temporarily. So I'm gonna put this in layman's terms. The bottom line is, I want everybody from a 9-year-old kid to a 30-year-old professional soccer coach to be able to deduce this to the lowest common denominator. Some studies we'll be using, again, we have the Hubbard study in 2004. Musin and Levens in 1986 did a study on lymphatic issues from icing, which we'll go into. Now, icing has been purported to bring down swelling, but in some facts it can cause some issues with the lymphatic system, which prolongs swelling due to some lymphatic issues. Lymphatic system in your body, obviously immune system, such and such. So when you ice, it might actually prolong the swelling. Swelling is there for a reason. Let me put this in the simplest terms possible. What your body does, it floods fluids to the affected area. Those fluids are there to carry out the toxins elicited by the injury. By clearing those out, it will help your body recover from injury. What it also does is, let's say you sprain an ankle, it swells up. It reduces the mobility in the ankle. The reduction of mobility will prevent your body from injuring it further. So the swelling is there, the decreased mobility is there for a reason. Now think about it, if I'm taking an anti-inflammatory, and if I'm taking like aspirin or Motrin / ibuprofen, and it takes the swelling down, which anti-inflammatories work. They work. Dr. Kelly Starrett even said the problem is they work. They bring down swelling, they reduce pain. What does that do? Well, it forces your body, it prevents that recovery from the body flushing those toxins out of there. And it also gives you more mobility, which could definitely help your body injure itself even more. And it allows inflammation and blood flow to progress, clearing out all the bad stuff in the body. So inflammation is a way to get rid of the toxic materials. What it also does, it increases vasodilation. Vasodilation, when you're injured, it allows the blood flow to go through, which clears all that injury bad stuff, right? Now, if you are to ice it, what happens? Your vasoconstriction, which constricts blood flow. Last thing you want to do in an injury is to decrease blood flow. You want to keep that blood flow rolling, kicking through. In fact, you want to do what you can to increase blood flow. I'll get into ways to do that later. So when I made an article reference in the article that you're going to click down below, click on the link, and you're going to comment on it as well. The reference I made is a swimming pool. Okay, your body's putting all those fluids and all that, vasodilation, blood is flooding through the area. A lot of kids pee in a swimming pool, a public swimming pool, right? But it's not yellow. Why? Because it makes up a small amount. So by your body flooding that area, it's essentially, it's helping to disperse those toxins, so to speak, and make your body better. So think of it as parts per million. It makes it so it's not that big of a deal. Swelling is a good thing. It is a very good thing. We want inflammation. In fact, if you're trying to build muscle, we don't want to take ibuprofen for ouchies or for soreness because your body swells to recover. The recovery process is what makes you build more muscle tissue. Okay? Recovery is a good thing. Ibuprofen or Motrin or anti-inflammatories, they do that. Now on top of all that, these are a lot of times young athletes or kids. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, and all the other NSAIDs or, anti-pain relief formulas, anti-inflammatories, extremely hepatotoxic. Hepatotoxic means its liver toxicity levels are super high. In fact, I'll go on the record as saying that if Tylenol applied for its over-the-counter status now, it would be denied due to the extreme hepatotoxicity. I believe the LD50 is only 7 times the recommended dose. That's absolutely absurd. So if you take accidentally 7 to 10 caps of Tylenol, the extra strength, you're literally hepatotoxic. You're in a position where you might die. Think about it that way. It's extremely dangerous. We're giving it to these kids, and then we're icing them, slowing down recovery because some old wives' tale that's been disproven. You're not going to see any trainers of any value recommend RICE, which is rest, ice, compression, elevation. My brother and I did a video about that a while back. So you have issues where it could increase swelling, it could prolong swelling, it decreases recovery, and you have, from taking the pills, hepatotoxicity and the increased chance of injuring yourself more because you're literally taking away the pain and swelling, which is your body's built-in prevention mechanism to prevent mobility and to keep your body in a healing state. So let's say a kid gets injured. Don't give them pain pills, okay? You don't ice them, but they're in a ton of pain. They're in a ton of pain. Notice I'm doing this video without any cursing so that kids can watch it too. It's really tough. What do? Number one, for blood flow, I'm a huge fan of therapeutic massage. I'm not saying get in there. Like, for example, I'm going to give you why I'm even doing this video. The other week, my daughter, who plays on literally 3 soccer teams, she's an 06 player, she plays on the 05 Super Development League, she plays on 06 team and another 05 team within the same club, okay? So my daughter injured her hamstring, believe it or not, at school PE. She didn't warm up and she didn't want the boys to beat her in a race. She won. So she strained her hamstring and she recovered. So I literally had her. Like, how do I improve recovery? Here's exactly what I did for her. Now, she was in pain. First thing we did is breathing control. Okay, by using breaths where you breathe in through your nose. And be sure to breathe in through your belly, not your chest. Okay, that's one way to get some nice pain control. Pain control. Another thing is massage. Therapeutic massage. I'm not saying get in there deep tissue. I'm saying just get the blood flowing, promote the blood flow and recovery. Another way is light compression. I'm not talking about hard compression, just to pretty much keep the area warm, to keep it wrapped. Another one that might help, that supposedly helps with lymphatic drainage, is rock tape or kinesio tape. Now, it's unidirectional tape, which is supposed to basically pull your skin up from the surface. No data on it, no anything. Here's my opinion on rock tape or kinesio tape. There's no proof that it works, yet it can't hurt. I rock tape the hell out of her hamstring. Why? Because it can't hurt. It's just another thing to throw at it's another thing to throw at it to get that injury to heal. Synopsis of this: icing is an antiquated old wives' tale. It does not work. Manage pain with other things such as massage, compression, and breathing techniques. Do not ice, do not take ibuprofen. Ibuprofen, other NSAIDs, and anti-inflammatories are extremely bad for you and extremely hepatotoxic. And of course, click on the link down below, comment on the article, and let's have a discussion and win rewards points for free stuff at tigerfitness.com. I'm Marc Lobliner, and let me know your thoughts. Click on the link. Let's talk down there. That's not a game.